Welcome back, beautiful people, to another classy episode of DNA series. My name is Teresa, and if you haven't subscribed yet, we'll fight to subscribe. Subscribe already. What are you waiting for? Hit the bell notification button, comment, like, do the needful. Right here, you know what we already do. I mean, my family, you guys already know. But for those of you who are just coming in today, right here you get informed, entertained, as well as educated on stuff relating to genetics as well as DNA tests. Okay, my special guest. My special guest. She's here again today with another fantastic stories. These stories get me every time. I'm sure you're excited because I am. Fasten your seatbelt because we're about to go on another ride. Okay, my guest is Dr. Miriam. At this point, you guys should even be completing the sentence for me. But anyway, okay, let me just do that for you. It's no other person than Dr. Miriam Ajikobi Nuruddin Shiaba, a senior human geneticist, DNA expert, genetics counselor, and public health expert. Welcome, Dr. Shiaba.
Thanks for having me once again.
This is your dress. I'll steal it.
Don't worry.
It's too
Don't
lovely.
worry. Don't worry. As long as it can be your size, that's not a problem.
Okay. Thank you so much. I see. It must be my size.
Don't
oh.
worry. Don't worry.
Okay. It's good to have you again today. You look
Thanks
amazing
for having
as
me
usual.
always. Thanks for having me always. But let's get it straight to the point. So,
All right.
once upon a time, in the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria, there lived a Yoruba couple, Adedeji and Temitope Ajayi. They had been married for 6 years, and though they decided they loved each other dearly, their marriage was strained by the absence of a child. Adedeji, a successful businessman, and Temitope, a respected nurse, had tried everything to conceive, from traditional remedies to modern fertility treatments, but nothing seemed to work. The societal pressure and whispers conversations behind their backs weighed heavily on them, especially on Temitope. One fateful day, while attending a medical conference in Abuja, Temitope unexpectedly ran into an ex-boyfriend, Kunle. Kunle was a charming and successful architect, and seeing him stirred up old feelings. They decided to catch up over coffee, and one thing led to the other. This started as a harmless meeting quickly escalated into a continuous affair. Temitope found herself drawn to Kunle's confidence and charm, something she felt had been missing in her marriage. As months passed, Temitope discovered she was pregnant. Overjoyed but conflicted, she believed Kunle was the father of her child. She saw this as an opportunity to end her childless marriage and start a new one with Kunle. Filled with newfound bravado, she often taunted Adedeji, insinuating he was not man enough to father a child. Adedeji, heartbroken and confused by her sudden hostility, endured the insult silently, hoping the arrival of the baby would mend their relationship. When their baby boy, Ayotunde, was born, Adedeji was overjoyed despite Temitope's taunts. However, Temitope's behavior grew increasingly hostile. She was convinced that Kunle was Ayotunde's father and wanted to leave Adedeji for him. The tension in the Ajayi household became unbearable, and Adedeji, desperate to end the torment and prove his paternity, suggested a DNA test. Surprisingly, Kunle agreed to the test as well, eager to confirm his own suspicions and claim his supposed son. The day of the test arrived, and the three adults gathered at a reputable clinic in Lagos. Dr. Adeyemi, the geneticist, welcomed them with a professional demeanor. Understanding the gravity of the situation, he collected samples from Adedeji, Kunle, and the baby Ayotunde, assuring them that the weeks will be ready in a week. The following days were filled with unbearable tension. Temitope was confident in the outcome, frequently mocking Adedeji's inability to father a child. Adedeji thought, though tormented by doubts, held on his sliver of hope. Kunle, on the other hand, was eager to confirm his paternity and start a new life with Temitope and Ayotunde. Finally, the day of the results arrived. The three of them returned to the clinic, hearts pounding with anticipation. Dr. Adeyemi greeted them and led them to a private room. He opened the envelope containing the results and began to read. The DNA test results confirmed that Adedeji is not the biological father of Ayotunde. He said, pausing to let the information sink in. Adedeji's face fell, his worst fears confirmed. Temitope smiled triumphantly, ready to claim her victory. But Dr. Adeyemi continued. However, the result also confirmed that Kunle is not the biological father of the child. A stunned silence filled the room. Temitope's smirk vanished, replaced by a look of confusion and disbelief. Adedeji and Kunle exchanged bewildered glances, both struggling to comprehend the revelation. What do you mean Kunle isn't the father? Temitope demanded, her voice rising in panic. Dr. Adeyemi sighed, understanding the shock they were experiencing. The DNA test results are conclusive. Neither Mr. Ajayi nor Mr. Kunle is the biological father of Ayotunde. Temitope's mind raced, replaying the events of the past year. She had been certain Kunle was the father, but now, faced with undeniable evidence, she realized she had made a terrible mistake. She had ruined her marriage and caused immense pain, all based on false assumption. Adedeji, struggling to process the news, looked at Temitope with a mix of anger and sadness. Who is the father? Temitope, he asked quietly. Temitope shook her head, tears streaming down her face. I don't know, Adedeji, I don't know. Kunle, feeling betrayed and humiliated, stood up abruptly. I'm done with this, he said, his voice cold. You played both of us, Temitope. I have no part in this mess. With that, he walked out of the room, leaving Temitope and Adedeji to face the aftermath alone. Adedeji too felt the urge to leave. The pain and the betrayal were too much to bear. I need some time, Temitope, he said, his voice breaking. I don't know if I can forgive you for this. He turned and walked out, leaving Temitope alone with her guilt and regrets. Over the past few weeks, the Ajayi household was a somber place. Adedeji moved out temporarily, staying with a friend while he tried to process everything that had happened. Temitope was left to care for Ayotunde, her mind tormented by the consequences of her actions. Eventually, Temitope sought the help of a counselor, hoping to find some clarity and a way to make amends. She reached out to Adedeji, asking him to join her in counseling sessions. Reluctantly, he agreed, knowing they needed to find a way to move forward, whether together or apart. In counseling, Temitope confessed everything from the affair with Kunle to her misguided belief that he was Ayotunde's father. She expressed deep remorse for her actions and begged for Adedeji's forgiveness. Adedeji, though deeply hurt, began to see the depth of Temitope's regrets and the genuine desire to make things work. Slowly, through counseling and open communication, they started to rebuild their relationship. It was not an easy journey, and there were many setbacks along the way. Trust had been shattered, and it took time to heal those wounds. But Adedeji saw the effort Temitope was making and recognized the sincerity in her actions. One day, during a particular emotional session, Temitope broke down completely. I know I've hurt you beyond measures, Adedeji. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I love you. I want to make things right. I want to make this right for us and for Ayotunde. Adedeji, moved by her vulnerability, reached out and took her hand. Temitope, I love you too. This has been the hardest thing I've ever faced, but I believe in us. I believe we can overcome this if we both commit to it. With renewed determination, they continue their journey of healing. They learn to communicate more openly, to express their feelings without fear of judgment. They focused on rebuilding their trust brick by brick, knowing it would take time, but believe it was worth the effort. As the months passed, their bond grew stronger. Adedeji moved back home, and together they created a loving and stable environment for Ayotunde. They also decided to seek the help of a genetic counselor to explore the possibility of finding Ayotunde's biological father. Though the search was challenging, they remained united in their commitment to providing the best life for their son. Through their struggles, the Ajayi family emerged stronger and more resilient. They learned the importance of honesty, forgiveness, and unwavering support for one another. Their love, tested by trials, proved to be unbreakable. And so, in the bustling city of Lagos, the Ajayi family continued their journey, confident in the strength of their bond and the bright future that lay ahead. Thank you so much. That's the end of the story.
You know, stories like this, I feel bad to say this, but stories like this are the reasons why on social media these men will be saying, fear women every day. Wow.
Yeah.
So she had the mind to actually even throw it on Adekunle's face that she's having an affair with Kunle and he
But
could be
this
the
happened
father.
actually. It happened in real life.
Wow.
Yes, the two men were not the father of the child. That means she was also having an affair with another man. There's a third person. That's what it means. There's
Yeah,
a third
because
man.
who's the
Yes.
father?
Yes. Now she doesn't know
She doesn't
where
even
to
know.
find the man. Probably it wasn't a third man. There's another man, maybe third, fourth. Because if there was a third man at that moment, she would have known okay, that is a third man. So we don't know.
Men and women are scum. That's it. Long and short. Wow, Dr. Shiaba. Mind blown as usual. This plot twist, I'm still yet to recover. Like my brain is is literally shaking.
You've not seen anything yet.
Wow.
Yes.
You heard that? You have not seen anything yet. More to come. There's more from where that came. You guys hope your seatbelts are fastened because if you don't fasten your seatbelt, you can be thrown off guard. You find yourself on the ground, literally. Dr. Shiaba, thank you so much for another insightful session. This story, I probably won't cover until after like 2 weeks.
Thank you for always giving me the opportunity to share my stories.
Wow. I mean, you literally light up this channel.
Thank you.
That's facts. You light up this channel. Okay, guys. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what the problem is. So because these stories, do you want to be missing it? Hit your bell notification button because you need to get notified whenever we post a video so that you don't miss any one of these juicy stories. If you're the type that likes the tea, this is the channel for you. Okay? Anyway, guys, I've come to the end. We have to go now, unfortunately. Sorry. But come on. Once you hit the bell notification button, you get notified when we post another video. Until next time, guys, stay jiggy.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.